Good evening. Welcome.
Well.
Here we
Haven't
all
said-
are.
It's been
Have
a
not
while.
said that in a while, have I,
Yeah,
John?
it's been a while since I've heard that.
Yeah.
So, well, here we go. Back again, another 6 baller. It should have been an 8, but as we
Still
know,
a 5 bowler, folks. We all know the truth.
as we know, our dear friend Ed passed away last Monday. And we'll be talking about him throughout the show tonight because we did love him dearly. Well, I did. I don't know about you guys, but and he was always in contact with me throughout the week as we built shows together, and he just loved chatting, and he really loved the rabbit holes. And unfortunately, the rabbit holes were the ones people stopped coming to them. I don't know why. Some say maybe Ed was driving them away, but I think Ed was actually bringing them in. It's probably me, if anybody, that drives people away.
I couldn't possibly comment, John.
No, you could comment, and no doubt you fucking will at some point.
Well, I see in the chat, I see evening gang on this solemn occasion from Palmy. And whilst, yes, it is solemn and we are sad that our friend has left us, hopefully we can lift some spirits by celebrating him rather than mourning him.
Yeah, this is a celebration. Yeah.
As and we've got the other that way. Yep, we've got a representation of Ed down in the corner there.
Yeah, and I've got representations of all of his favourite things on my desk as well.
Yeah, do you remember when we first brought Ed onto the show? I think, did we start with him on the podcast? Do you remember it was just a podcast?
No, we decided it was straight off with Rabbit Hole.
Oh, right, okay. But he never used to show his face in the first rabbit holes.
No, he didn't want to show his face. He was worried to show that beautiful ginger mane of his.
The ginger. The ginger should have been exposed. Oh. What have we got there? That's wrong.
Speaking of which, I wanted to pull a quote. I'm sure it was one of Ed's most favourite quotes from V for Vendetta, and obviously this is in memory of Ed. And the quote goes, "Behind this mask, there is more than just flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, and ideas are bulletproof." Cheers to you, Ed.
Cheers, Ed.
Cheers, buddy.
I was going to drink red wine in Ed's memory tonight, but I just couldn't face it.
And whilst I always drank regular full sugar Coca-Cola back then on every show, and we've even had people in the chat over the past few weeks saying, "Where's the Coke?" Just for this one night only. There's the Coke.
That's it.
There it is.
How long have you been off the Coke? That's the pardon expression.
2.5 months.
So you've been off Coke for 2.5 months. You're going to have one tonight. You're going to be in a sugar high.
And there's another one.
That's a good question, man.
And then after that, there's one of these.
Check one's question.
What's Vaughan say? Is Ben wearing a sort of fuck off on?
It does look like one though. That's what I was talking about.
That's it. I'm done. You're getting it like this now. You're getting it like this. There you go.
Oh, wrong one. Hold on.
Yep.
What
you're getting me looking even more like a twat now. Simple, really.
Bear with me. I'm just pasting the chat link.
What
right,
are
there we
you
go.
doing?
I was just putting the chat link in so as I could, pull it up.
Guys, before we get into the main slides for this evening, raise people's spirits and kind of celebrate Ed, kind of back and forth. There's something a little bit more controversial I want to get into, and I'll try and kind of be really.
Oh, we're going there straight away.
We're going there. I'd like to go there in a very kind of controlled soapbox kind of way, and we're
going there.
Yeah, I want to put it like this. Just after, not even 48 hours since Ed passed.
It wasn't even 36 hours.
Thank you for correcting. It wasn't even 36 hours. And please jump in anytime you want, guys. Disrupt me in the rant. But there is a very small contingency of individuals on the social media platform known as X who decided to drag up old ranty posts from Ed's account in relation to Lucy Connolly.
Mhm.
And in my opinion, that was in very bad taste. It was very indecent, very disrespectful, very uncompassionate. And there was this whole inference of, what Ed's opinion was, God rest him, back then over a year ago, in relation to Lucy Connolly. And this whole absolute shite, excuse my language here, folks, that Ed was somehow
That's
connected.
tame.
That was somehow connected to a secret society. So what
Yeah.
this small group of individuals have
Retards.
a right, yes,
Retards.
they have a right to free speech within the bounds of the law. Retard. Thank you, Sarge. I'm going to exercise my right to free speech within the bounds of the law on this platform and just say to these folks, please stop. Whatever you're doing, Ed was a decent, loving soul, an individual who loved feeding his gulls, doing his IT job, doing diving and other such things. He was in no way connected to a secret society. You're not going to find anything because there is nothing. So please just leave his friends and his family and just stop whatever you're doing and discontinue that.
Well, this in the same vein of these people's thinking, I've been accused of the same thing in the past. I've been accused of being a Mason. John's been accused of being an arms dealer.
Yeah, I'm an arms dealer.
These people are stupid. That's the nicest way of me saying it. They're stupid, and their brains have turned to mush over the course of the past 5 years. In looking at everything and anything and thinking, oh my God, it's somehow connected to the Illuminati, the secret society, the people at the top going, nyah, 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 nyah. And by the way, just for saying this, David, we're going to be accused again of being a part of it. I
would say to these people, Ben, just to interject, to kind of channel a little bit of George Galloway, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough. It's like, you know what I mean? I have to say it, guys. I mean, it was really hurtful to see some of that stuff that was being posted, because it's absolutely like
disgusting.
It was just really.
I knew this man in real life. He was my friend. Okay, I've spent time with the man. So has John. He used to send me pictures while he was out diving. You know.
Yeah.
He was my friend. And I'm not going to have these absolute bunch of literal fucking retards sit there and accuse him of being, he's just because his account got big, because he made some, sometimes crappy but funny little memes. They think, you can't be allowed to have a big account unless you're connected to some kind of secret society, because they're jealous that they've not got the big account because they're a bunch of morons.
But let's be honest, Ed doesn't really have a big account. He get 19,000 followers. I mean, that's not that big. You had nearly that in your heyday before you got banned. I had nearly that before COVID came along. It's not that big an account. It wasn't hard to get there.
No, it was.
In the past, it is now. But
this is the first time I've spoken publicly about this. Me and David have spoken about this in private.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I'm keeping myself reserved. I'm not going to say anything on social media, especially right now at this particular moment. His body isn't even cold, and these people are doing this. But I thought on it, and now that we've mentioned it, now that we've gone into it, fuck those people.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
No, absolutely. And you know what? They're not squeaky clean themselves. They're fucking. They get some really dubious failed businesses, and
I don't care.
Pop-up directorships that disappear, and people holding directorships for them, and people doing things for them. I mean, they're not squeaky clean themselves. And if you're gonna be putting yourself out there as the arbiter of all that is moral, then you really should be squeaky clean.
But it's not even about morals to me. It's about truth.
Yeah.
And I know that's,
They don't know what truth is. That's the problem.
They don't. But the problem is they think they're the ones with the monopoly on it.
Yeah, and
they think they're the ones with the monopoly on it, and they're retards.
And
Retard.
And that actually is 100% Ben, because David will testify to this. We had a chat earlier on this week. I'm working on another video about these people on social media that think. See, I'll tell you what. I'll go out. I'll say it. I'll call it out. And you know, half the people on the chat will probably hate me for this. But see if you think you're awake, right? Regardless of what, but regardless of what side you're on, left or right, or even down the middle, if you think you're awake, you're fucking delusional, and the only person you're deluding is yourself. It really is.
There's no such thing as awake. I would argue that truth to a degree is subjective, because it means different things to different people.
Yeah.
I mean, there is the objective truth that exists, but when it comes to the truth of a situation, seems pretty subjective to me, because everybody seems to have my truth, not the truth anymore, my truth.
Yeah, well, that's it. And I would argue that social media as platforms, not just X, but X is particularly bad at it. The algorithm is driving people to only have the single source of truth, that single source of truth being the one that they believe in, because they only get to see the stuff. Yeah, they only get to see the stuff they want to see.
People who listen to Stupid Peters.
Yeah.
Stupid Peters and Dumb Lucre.
Yeah, I'm really, really getting sick of X. I must admit. I do rip the piss out of mainly Indians.
I don't even use it. I don't even use it because I just can't take it anymore.
You can't have a reasonable conversation on X anymore, can you?
You can't have. I would argue you never could, but now it's just got worse.
You could to a degree, but now it's just, and it's like, I mean, even if you look at mass media, everybody now is complaining. Everybody on the left, right, is complaining the media are right wing. When the Tories were in power, everybody on the right was complaining the media are left wing. So that to me actually says the media's doing its job.
Yeah, I think the mainstream media is an untrustworthy bunch of bastards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely they are. But I think they're untrustworthy towards everybody. And I think they're untrustworthy to try and get clicks, sell papers, sell stories.
Of course they are.
It's nothing to do with, trying to control a narrative for some kind of secret society. It's about filling their own freaking coffers. And that's what it's about.
That's what all these other people are doing as well, because they're grifting to get as many clicks and likes as they can, because X is driving them towards monetization. And the algorithm is just driving inflammatory posts out there so that they'll get more traction. It's all about ads. It's crazy. And this is what American TV. I mean, I used to visit America, and I started visiting America in the 80s, and I thought I'd love to live here, but I couldn't take TV. Right? I mean, there's an advert
break every 7 minutes.
There's a fucking advert break in between the start of the show
and the quarter mark,
and no, in between the start of the show and running the intro. And then after the intro, they have an ad break. It's fucking, there's just ads, and they're the most banal and horrible ads ever, because there's only 2 countries in the world that allow you to advertise drugs.
One of them's United States,
drugs.
Of course.
United States, and you know what the other one is? Fucking New Zealand.
I was going to say, it's definitely not here.
No, it's New Zealand, that other source of truth. Yeah, the single source of truth.
Yeah, single source of truth, John.
But
I just wanted to break in, guys, and say a quick hello to the troll room, including Julie. Julie said, "Even and all, and bless you, Ed. I've literally had a seagull sit on my wall, checking the bread out on the bird table. That's really nice." What are you doing, Sarge? There we go.
We got our seagulls, folks.
Got our seagulls.
So thank you for sharing that, Julie. That's lovely.
Got our seagulls. And I've got a few of Ed's favourite things on my desk. If you can, if you can point them out, then please do.
Right. Okay. Moving on. Shall we? Shall we start the show? Right. Yeah. Mr. Trump.
Get into
Mr. Trump. What the hell is Mr. Trump doing? So
Famous
he says
Trump.
he's going to remove 5,000 troops from Germany. Well, from Europe, okay? He's falling out with Maloney, you know, the PM of Italy.
The Italian, yep.
Yeah. It's like, and they're talking about pulling out of Germany. Now, you got to remember, America's not in Germany to protect Germany. America's in Germany because it needs bases in the middle of Europe in order to project power for its other daughter state, you know, that little one in the Middle East.
And it's also first strike capability as well in the event of
Exactly.
Boom. Yes.
But it's not there to protect Germany. It doesn't give a fuck about Germany. I mean, who does? Apart from the Germans. And that's the way it should be, you know. Look after your own country. Don't rely on someone else. But this is, you know, Trump seems to think that pulling troops out of Germany will hurt Germany, and it will. It'll hurt them economically because these guys spend a lot of money in Germany. And if you've ever been to Germany, you know, all you need to, if you go past Ramstein or Kaiserslautern or anything like that, you suddenly think you're in America because you're running past dealerships, usually Ford dealerships or Chevy dealerships. They've got all these big trucks. You're thinking, why are people buying these trucks? But it's fucking. It's Americans and the bases that are buying the trucks in Europe. But yeah, so it won't particularly hurt America, other than the fact it will make it harder to project power. And you know, I think Shalini's right. Trump has lost the plot.
Is this his revenge on NATO? Is he living up to his word now? We're going to pull out of NATO. Is this him throwing his toys out of the proverbial pram? It seems like it.
I think it is. And did you see Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War?
Secretary of War.
Yeah. Getting grilled by Congress.
No?
That guy's, he's rubbish. He is complete and utter rubbish.
Did he use Pulp Fiction again as a quote?
No, he barely said anything. He just started talking over.
My wallet, the one that says bad motherfucker.
He just did what Benn's doing. He just talked over the guy that was trying to ask him a question. And if we go back just a couple of weeks ago or a month or so ago when Pam Bondi went to Congress and got grilled and did badly, the next thing that happened was she was fired.
Fired.
Is Pete next? Pete's going to take the fall for this, isn't he? It's Pete's fault that we didn't win the Iran war, even though we annihilated their army and air force and air defense and navy. So I don't know who the hell shot down 48 American planes, but yeah.
I mean, they couldn't have possibly known this due to a war game that happened like quite a few years ago. I mean, it's not like they didn't know what could happen, you know?
Yeah, they planned for it. And then they realised that they couldn't do it.
Can't get regime change. Oh.
Yeah, they couldn't do it, and they thought, well, okay, yeah, well, let's not bother trying, and then they went and did.
What have we got next, John?
Oh, that's a little story I thought I'd read. During the Nuremberg trials, Hermann Goring gave an interview to psychologist Gustav Gilbert and said, of course, the people... Well, you should be reading this.
Of course, the people don't want the war. Why would some poor farmer want to risk his life in a war when the best he can hope for is to come back to his farm in one piece, yeah? Naturally, people don't want war. No one wants war with Russia, England, the America, not even in Deutschland. That's obvious. But in the end, it's the leaders of a country who determine policy, yeah? And it's always a simple matter to drag the people along. Whether it's a democracy, a communist state, a parliament, or a fascist dictatorship, yeah?
Yeah, so Gilbert objected, but if there's one difference in a democracy, the people have a voice through their elected representatives. To which Goring replied,
that's all well and good, baby, but whether the people have a voice or not, they can always be brought to the bidding of the leaders. That is easy. All you have to do is tell them they are being attacked and denounce the pacifists for lack of patriotism and for exposing the country to danger, yeah? It works the same in any country.
Yeah, and it does, and you still see it being applied to that very day. Don't
Yeah.
you?
Ben, was that your impression of a 70s or 80s like German blue movie where the guy's like, "I'm here to fix a
Yeah.
cable, yeah.
I'm here,
Yeah.
I'm here to fix
Yeah.
the plumbing,
I'm here
yeah.
to fix the cable, yeah. You like my wrench, yeah."
Yeah.
I've
That's
just
just-
forgot
that's
to
just
put
good, yeah.
on some mustache, yeah. That is all we
Yeah.
are missing.
I would like to point out that we are equal opportunity mockers and will rip the piss out of all and every nationality and country out there.
Oh, that is absolutely true, John. We will have a great time doing it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think he's got a point. You know that you can bring the people along to a certain degree, and it's fairly easy to manipulate people because let's look at Ukraine. You know, in 2014, when they did the regime change there, they manipulated that perfectly. And this is what actually, and this brings me on to
the president that the Americans would
But
like us to
that's-
have. Yeah.
this brings me on to where we are today. When you get people on social media going on about, oh, they are doing this to do, to achieve this. They're doing this to achieve this. They're doing this to achieve this. They're doing this to make us do that. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe they're not, because if they were trying to affect change, they do it a fucking lot quicker than we're seeing here. Because I've been watching spooks that's set. Well, it's not set. It was filmed in the early 2000s, like 2002 it started. And they're talking about exactly the same things as we're talking about today. Exactly the same things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nothing changes.
that was also the time when former MI5 spook Annie Machon was in the services, and she would probably say, "Yeah, actually, that's pretty spot on."
Look at
That's true.
2020 through 2023. The way they got people to act like a bunch of idiots with, diapers on their faces was to use fear, was to tell them they are being attacked by an invisible enemy. Was to tell them to, it's the same playbook again and again and again and again. And
Always
before
is.
you continue, let's face it, folks, admit it in the chat. You've missed us.
You
I know
have.
you have.
You have.
Wink,
listeners.
wink, nudge, nudge.
Right, let's move on to Ukraine. And Vladimir is going about trying to cause an ecological disaster in the Black Sea by the looks of things, because he keeps blowing up Russian oil tankers. Now, you may say that oil tanker is obviously empty. And how would you know that, Sgt Grumpy? Because it's obviously riding very high in the water. But oil tankers are never really empty, are they? So you're still going to get oil spillages if you start blowing up oil tankers.
Of course.
Zelensky, der Narco Führer. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Narco Führer.
Oh,
yeah.
that's the thing I meant to say when we were talking about Italy and Trump falling out with Meloni. And sorry to jump back, but you know that they've got that contract to service the F-35 in Italy. They're the only ones in Europe that can do the full service, the full rigmarole.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thank you, Shalini.
Thank you for the £5 that you've donated to John. I'm sure he will spend it well on a nice beer.
But yeah. So I think Italy stands to lose out.
I get the Real Review UK clapperboard.
Italy stands to lose out there. Right, moving on. Because I don't want to spend a lot of time in Ukraine and Zelensky. The guy is. I mean, did you see the one? Did you see the one where the guy was on the roof trying to get away from the forced chain gang?
No, but is Zelensky still wearing tracksuits, or has he finally started dressing properly?
He's still wearing fucking tracksuits. He's still wearing the pretense. He looks a bit like Action Man, the one that used to have moving eagle eyes.
Oh dear!
In fact, you could probably pick him up and use him as a doll. But anyway, right, move on. Let's move on. Right, so Andrew, I'm going to fall for every fucking prank and thing that I've been told, hook, line, and sinker, without doing any research whatsoever, or even critically thinking about it.
Just look at the state of this. The graphic is wrong. I mean, for God's sake, folks.
Andrew Bridgen. Andrew. There's a reason you're not in Parliament anymore, Bridgen.
Yeah, there is.
There is a reason that you're not in Parliament anymore, and it's nothing to do.
Retard.
Yeah, he's a grafter. He's a grafting retard.
This particular image, this graphic has been circulating circa late last year, kind of within the first couple of months of this year. That is not our current reality.
That's some prankster.
But it's not all over London, but it's been framed that is our current situation, and it's backed up by legislation. And it's like, look, from an awareness standpoint, yeah, people will question it. It's like it is a fake, yes, and it can help people kind of become more aware about digital identity verification and credentials and all of that. But that is not the current state of play. But I completely understand that the that people's kind of like worry and insecurities about that. Of course, that's very real, and that is an example of a future that we certainly don't want. But I don't think it's helpful, and it is very misleading to put out there something that, oh, this is happening right now. No,
Yeah,
it's not. It's not happening like that right now. But your concerns about that in the future are very real, and that is considerable.
But the caliber of IQ that Andrew Bridgen has, he is absolutely poised to fall for something like this. Absolutely poised.
Andrew Bridgen knows exactly what he is doing with the post like that. Oh wow! Oh god! Golly gosh! These are appearing all over London. I'm going to find out for myself. No, Andrew knows exactly what he's doing.
Click,
with clickbait and with rage bait. He wants clout and he wants validation. Come on, folks! Like, you've seen these accounts left, right, and center doing it. Andrew is silly, but he's not that silly. He knows what he's doing with that sort of post.
Well, he knows he's never getting back into Parliament. Andrew Bridgen knows this. He's never getting back into Parliament. And therefore, he needs to keep the gravy train going somehow. Choo, 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 down the old track. So it's the X algorithm.
So Dizzy for Jesus says Andrew spoke out about child trafficking.
Watts. Hi there, Emma.
About child trafficking and convict injuries. Yeah, that's fine. You know, just because you're an idiot doesn't mean you don't get some things right. And, you know, you notice the change in Bridgen, though, since he's left Parliament, because he just jumps on every single, you know, grift that's going. He
Anything
just jumps
that he
on
can
it.
engagement farm upon it.
Yeah.
And the reason he's doing it is because I imagine a large source of his actual income right now is his X monetization. And therefore he needs those clicks, he needs those likes, he needs people to continue to read what he's saying. So he's putting out the most stupid, bombastic, whatever he can in order to just farm the engagement and get the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a blue check mark on X. I don't even use my account.
Yeah, I binned mine. I binned my blue check mark. I wasn't gonna.
I keep it just because I can't be asked to cancel the direct debit mostly.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people rely on. You know,
I will give a bit more balance, a bit more light and shade to this, and give some credit where credit is due. I think it's important to balance things. Is that Andrew Bridgen, when he was an MP, he asked very good, courageous questions within Parliament regarding, you know, the coof jabs and injuries and things like that. Okay, go ahead. You may interject. You may give way.
Not like Rupert Lowe does just now for normal things.
You may give way, Ben.
I am going to interject, and the reason
I give way to you
is because he may have done that, and he may have been sensible at the start.
Yeah.
But he immediately aligned himself with people that would taint him. He immediately aligned himself with all of the wrong people, and I don't mean that.
Naffle.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I don't even mean that as saying that they are the wrong people.
No, they are the wrong people.
But if he wanted to be taken seriously and he wanted his message to reach through to the mainstream, he needed to not align himself with people like the Ikes. And yet he did. But the second you do so, even if you think their message is perfectly okay and correct, the mainstream media are unfortunately what is used to push that message through to the normies.
Push back a little here. I got to push back a little here on you, Ben, because you
went on the Ike show, didn't you? The other week.
Yeah, so. I did.
But yeah, you did. No, so you got to push back a bit.
No. I'm not defending any of the Ikes, other than to say you're using a collective term for three very different people.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah. Okay.
And I think
I'll
Gareth
accept
and
that.
Jamie.
I'll accept that.
I think Gareth and Jamie are very different men from their father. You
I'll
know.
accept that. Okay. You're going to get something rare from me here. I apologize.
I retract my
Not to me.
statement.
Yeah. But yeah. So I think, like you would say, Ben, it's nuanced.
Well, it is nuanced, but the
Yeah.
second he aligned himself with David,
Yeah.
specifically David, that's it for you being taken seriously.
And
Even if David,
you're 100% right.
That's it.
You're 100% right, because even if you think there's a modicum of a chance that David Icke is right, or even if David Icke is right, it doesn't matter as it stands just now, right? As it stands just now, David Icke is tainted, you know.
Yeah.
And
Same as Tommy Robinson. You align yourself with Tommy Robinson, game over. Your message is not getting anywhere.
Yeah. Even George Galloway.
So in summary, yes, I just gave Andrew Bridgen, when he was an MP, credit where credit is due.
Guess who one of Bridgen's best friends is now?
Those years ago, he got the WHO pandemic treaty thing spectacularly wrong. And even though it was outlined to him, technically and legally speaking, by so many people why you are wrong, he persisted with his nonsense. And it's like, Andrew, you were spectacularly wrong about that. But he has progressively gotten worse over the last couple of years with some of these kind of clickbait things. I mean, I don't know how true it is. I haven't verified or looked into it regarding the MI5 thing and child trafficking and all of that. But it's like, sorry, Andrew, you come out with some wild things, some wild theories. And as you would say, Sarge, these extraordinary claims, they do require extraordinary evidence to back them up as well.
Why do you think I push against John all the time? Evidence. Evidence, John.
I'm the evidence guy, man.
No,
I'm the evidence guy.
Source, bro.
Hey, I am now. But anyway, apart from that, though, it's like, why do people think that there's a massive amount of child trafficking going on in our country when they completely ignore what's going on in fucking Ukraine, despite the massive evidence that is available there?
And organ trafficking and
listen, it's like the same people who will go out and protest slavery that's not racial slavery that's not happening in these in the West at all.
It's not,
currently, but they'll go out and they'll protest it, whilst in the Middle East, places like Libya, I believe there are black slave markets right now.
Mate, there's a considered, what is it? There's a low ball estimate that says there's at least 7 million slaves currently in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, well,
7 million.
Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and they'll say, "Oh, it's not slavery." Well, people turn up thinking they're getting legitimate jobs. Their passports are taken.
It's modern day slavery, basically. What's happening?
Well, it happened to my stepfather. He went to Qatar to work on an oil rig, and he owns a business here. Right? He was a business owner. He went to Qatar with his expertise to work on an oil rig. They took his passport. He was only meant to be there for 4 days. He was there for 3 months.
2 passports, people, if you can do it. That's all I'm saying.
And he came back with a very loose sphincter.
Well, anyway. We'll never know. We'll never know.
We shall not go there. That was a fucking flippant off the cuff remark.
A big fat wallet. I withdraw.
Right, let's move on. Where are we? I do like these shows, I've got to admit.
I think they like these shows as well.
Right, moving on. Where are we? See, this is another thing, right? Import terrorists, raise a terror threat, impose digital ID, see how this works. Well, see how what works, right? This is another example of social media saying absolutely nothing, right, other than what's going on in the world, not just the UK. This is another example of just fucking grift clickbait.
But let me just say that I'm looking at that image, and I don't think that whatever the man had on that sign is what that says.
No, probably. Of course, it's not.
It's not. Somebody has taken that picture. Yeah. They've done that on their computer.
Yeah.
And in fact, maybe the entire picture is AI.
It could well be. I mean, that doesn't look like a proper V mask.
It doesn't look, but it just doesn't look real.
It doesn't.
The contrast is all wrong. It just doesn't look real to me.
Look for a Gemini watermark. That'll tell you everything. You need to
Gemini.
know.
Adam says this show has gone downhill.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
Right. Okay. Let's go.
Well,
what
Emma,
about-
surely not. Well, you know.
Evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins says 3 days with Claude, known to him as Claudia, left him unable to rule out consciousness. What? This is Richard Dawkins, the fucking most skeptical guy ever, and he can't rule out consciousness in a large language model.
Yeah,
And he
what does that
feminized it.
mean? What? Because that right. So that headline is very, very vague. And the reason I say that is, what does that mean? Is he unable to rule out that it's conscious now? Is he unable to rule out that it could
he's saying
consciousness?
he's saying he thinks it is conscious, I believe. Because you know what? If you're going to post something on Twitter, don't fucking hide the article behind a paywall.
Oh, it's Polymarket, though.
No, it wasn't Polymarket. It was Unheard that published it.
Oh, Unheard.
Oh, yeah. Unheard.
Oh, Unheard.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, those guys.
But you publish a little bit to get people's dander up and then hide the rest behind a paywall. I'm not fucking paying Richard Dawkins or Unheard anything.
Hey, I'm offended he called Claude Claudia. I mean, what the heck's going on there?
He really got in the heads of the band Nightwish, didn't he, old Richard Dawkins? They did an entire album with him. But yeah, no.
But this is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing that Ed really loved, right?
Yeah.
Because you see, the second paragraph in the top line is, we have no idea how the brain works, what consciousness is, and how consciousness is filtered through the brain, whether consciousness is emergent from or prior to matter, or just received by it, even. What? It's deep. That's heavy, man.
It is heavy.
Get your spliff out. Hold on, wait till I put you full. Right, go. Snoop. Snoop. Oh, in fact, let me just see if I can.
just put the V there. Hold on. I was going to say I could try and put the spliff in his mouth if you.
Oh yeah, right. Well, where do you want me to put him? Right.
Right. Where are we going? No,
I'll make him a bit bigger.
Right. Going down there. Hold on.
Ben's going down. No, you've gone back. Oh no, of course you can't go over him.
Go for it.
Because he's behind. Well, wait a minute. Right. Try it now. Oh no, you're hiding.
He's gone.
Now. Yeah, that's because you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hey, let's stop fucking about, people. Let's get on. That is a dead spliff. Johnny and George, you're right, mate. You're right.
It is, yeah. And that's, like I said, I've got a few of his favourite things here on my desk right now. He was my friend, and he was Journey and John's best friend as well. Journey and John knew him far better than I or John
far better
did.
than we did.
And it's really, I can't believe it happened, mate. And I feel really, really sorry for you and for Ed's family and for everybody involved. It's a shock. It is a shock.
It's been a very tough week.
It's been a tough week for any of us that knew him in real life, that knew him outside of the persona of the V-mask and the Vlandals and things like that. For our friend Edward Chanter, not just Ed the Techie. It's been tough.
Yeah. The Gull Father, as Johnny and John would say.
Well, exactly.
So this next tweet, this is another example of grifting nonsense, and I think she meant to say, if council stopped ripping us off with car park charges, more people would use, or less people would use shopping centres. It's not rocket science. I think that's what she's trying to say, and more people would use the towns. You can't park in a town in England these days, can you? I mean,
no.
You can't. You can't park. I mean, I remember once I went down to England to get something. I was buying something off eBay, a boat or something mental, and I stopped. I stopped in a disabled bay for like 2 minutes while I nipped into the bank and got cash out.
Bastard!
And about No, but there was nobody there. And there was somebody in the car.
But it could have been
There was-
somebody on their
yeah.
way. Could have been just there.
But there was somebody in the car, and we would have moved
You
the car.
took
If
one of our
anybody
spaces.
wanted the
You
space, we would
took
have
one
moved.
of our
Fucking shut it.
spaces.
Shut it, you cripple. If somebody wanted the space, we'd have quite happily given it up. I gets back to Scotland, gets a fucking letter from the council. You parked in that space for 2 minutes. Give us £60. Fuck off. Fucking council.
Did you appeal, Sarge?
I'm very appealing. Right. Oh, sorry. Right. Fun fact. Your body produces 800 to 1,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day. That's the equivalent of eating 20 to 25 eggs.
Can't see the slide.
Oh, sorry. Right.
Whaler slides.
That doesn't really matter, but yeah, you can't see the slide. So, fun fact, your body produces 800 to 1,000 milligrams of cholesterol every single day. That's the equivalent of eating 20 to 25 eggs. So if you eat zero cholesterol, your liver ramps up production, right? If you eat more cholesterol, your liver dials it back. The system self-regulates.
Well, that's exactly the same theory.
But then they
know.
give you a statin.
Oof.
And statin doesn't just stop cholesterol at the fucking right up at the top of the enzyme pathway. It also stops the production of coenzyme Q10, which you need for heart muscle. But
Eggs are good. Eggs are
good. Of course, eggs are brilliant. Right, moving on. Anyway, that wasn't medical science. That wasn't medical advice.
I was going
Remember?
to say I'm on a statin.
Yeah, you shouldn't be. It'll. I mean, you've got fucking muscle problems as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So statin's going to shut down your mitochondria and your muscles, and you're going to be fucking more of a cripple.
I
I
don't
worry
know.
about you because you're not daft. You're not daft, right? And you know. Sometimes I think you're self-destructive. You little shit.
I mean, I am.
Now, don't you fucking be. I mean, I've got a reputation there of popping off co-hosts. So
You see,
Maybe too soon, but okay.
yeah,
What's going on here, folks, is that John is becoming very, very paternal with dear Ben. It's a kind of a father-son thing kind of going on here.
He doesn't
John really
want to
does
lose
care.
another co-host.
I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose anyone. I don't want to lose anyone.
Next week, well, I'll be fine, John. The famous last words. I'll be fine, John.
Yeah, okay.
I'll be fine, Dad. Don't worry about it.
I'll be fine.
I'll be fine, John. I've got an emergency operation to get rid of my appendix.
That was 2.5 years ago, John. I've been.
Hey, I remember.
So do I. Surprisingly.
Remember.
Ben is likely to pop his clogs. To be fair, says Adam.
He's got a point.
He does have. I mean,
I've always
thank
said
you
I'm
for the
going
vote
to
of
outlive you.
confidence there.
I always said I was going to outlive you. So there you go, soldier. I got weak after statins. Of course you did, mate. Of course you did.
I don't know if I got weak after statins because I'm fucking weak anyway.
He sits on a fucking scooter and a stair lift. Or a car. The guy doesn't walk anywhere. The furthest he walks is to the toilet, and even then sometimes he has to crawl.
I do hobble around the supermarket, I'll have you know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
On a trolley, leaning on a trolley. Yeah,
I've seen you do that, yeah.
I do that.
I have seen you do that, yeah.
I only go around the supermarket on my scooter if I've scootered to the supermarket. If I'm driving there, I will hobble with my stick and on a trolley.
4 miles per hour.
Fast on his scooter.
4 mile an hour, baby.
I thought the scooter did 13 or something, no?
No, my scooter does 4 until me and Shred have played with it anyway.
It did more than fucking 4 mile an hour when we were going around
No, it didn't.
Alton Towers.
No, it didn't.
Yeah,
it's just you're really slow.
Yeah.
Next slide, please.
So apparently the UK is exposed to ballistic missile attacks as we have no defence. Well, nobody's got any fucking defence against ballistic missile attacks.
Oh,
That's just another clickbait
what has
thing.
done?
Just another clickbaiter.
Are we on air?
What do you mean are we on? Of course we're on air.
Are we?
Why?
Let's have a look. No, I'm still.
Yeah, we're on air.
The audience can hear.
John, we can hear you now.
Well, I don't understand the problem. What happened?
You'd completely disappeared, mate.
All right, and we're still here. We're still streaming.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, he's back.
He's back.
He's back, yeah.
Right, okay. Right. So anyway, that's another fucking clickbaiter thing.
We didn't hear of it. You went away.
Right, I'm back. Jesus Christ. Hey, how does this only ever happen when you're on?
But it was your issue.
Yeah, okay, but you've got some kind of jammer. Oh no, see, so I didn't disappear at all.
You didn't disappear from the actual stream, but you disappeared from my feed, and I think from David's feed as well.
That's just video. You don't worry about that. I'm not. If the stream's
we couldn't
up,
hear you.
Yeah, you couldn't, but the audience could. The people that matter.
You know what? I think it's Dear Ed playing tricks. There you go. That's what I
tell
think.
you. Look at Friday night. I had to change Shalini and put her in Ed's fucking. I mean, I've still actually got Ed's thing here on OBS because I don't have the heart to remove it yet. But I took Shalini out of her, her scene and put her into Ed's, and everything started working.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, right, the UAP historian's perspective. I've spent over 25 years digging into the history of UFOs and the national security state, and the truth is this: the declassified record already makes the case. We don't even need new witnesses. We just need people to read what already exists in the archives. And this guy, Joseph Flatley, says, yeah, I've spent over 25 years digging into the history of UFOs and the national security state, and the truth is this: I've wasted my life.
He has. That's basically what he's saying.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
Intelligent disclosure. Basically what he's saying is, I'm telling you what it says in the files. You can go read it for yourself, mate.
Yeah. That's how Fox Mulder felt like in later series of the X-Files. It's like, what have I done? I've just, it's, the truth is not really out there, is it really,
But didn't the X-Files go a bit mad and actually start having real alien invasions?
Oh, well, yeah, kind of, but yeah, with the cigarette smoking guy and the black goo and all that stuff.
Yeah. It did go a bit mad. And then they had the movie, which was definitely aliens.
Well, Mulder got quite disillusioned around season 7, season 8.
Yeah. But I mean, this is the same way that I went on when I started Cult of UFO, because I thought this is good. I can make this into a good little channel investigating UFOs, and then every one I did, I'm like, there's no fucking evidence. There's no evidence. There's no evidence. There's no evidence. And then the rabbit hole went the same way, because Ed was going out and buying books and reading books to do the rabbit hole research and recommending them to people. And then we'd go on and I'd go, well, yeah, that's all very well, Ed, but there's no actual fucking evidence.
No, someone's written something in a book, and just because they've written it in a book does not mean it's a thing. I mean, I could write anything in a book right now.
You could write a book like I have done.
And we have a short commercial break for.
And you could learn to think critically like a detective.
You're still signing books, Sarge? You're still signing
I'll sign books, yeah. Available on Amazon. Right, moving on. Dr. Ian Darcy here. On the left, published in the Times today. On the right, published in Nazi Germany in the 1930s. Right. That's fine. Okay, this is a caricature of Dave. Dave, the Green Party leader, right? So that's a caricature of him on the left, because, he's a little knob. And that's a caricature of a gentleman from a certain ethnic group.
It is, yeah.
That has a massive chip on their shoulder, right?
Right. So the one on the right is obviously a stereotypical demonization. Yeah?
Yeah.
Whereas the one on the left seems to be an actual caricature.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you drew a caricature of me, that would be the sort of thing that you come up with.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't be quite as ugly as that, but yeah.
Well, yeah. So, no, you're right, but...
But then goes on to say, anti-Semitism is firmly rooted in the British political and media establishment. Why? Why does this one group of a small amount of people get special treatment always? Why can't you just fucking rip the piss out a politician?
It's one group, though.
Yeah,
right?
but it is. But why can't you just rip the piss out a politician who's a complete and utter knob jockey?
And a communist. Leader of the Green Party is a communist.
I would disagree with, anti-Semitism is firmly rooted in the British media establishment. I would completely disagree with that. I think it's the other way around. I think they are very pro this rogue state in the Middle East. You just have to go onto the Telegraph, and that will prove everything. They are very pro that. They are very pro that state, as well as other Murdoch rags as well. So I would disagree with what I said there.
Well, what's Murdoch?
I'm not gonna surmise. I don't know for sure, so I won't say. I'm sorry, but I think it's a virtue, not a weakness, to say you don't know something. If you don't know something, don't try and say that you know something. Just say I don't know.
That's fine. But why does this group get a fucking pass everywhere? There's two groups in the world. One of them is Islamophobia, and the other one's anti-Semitism. And these two words need to be removed.
But it's not just these two. It's any quote unquote minority group that feel like they've got a grievance, right? And when they say minority, they mean not white.
No,
okay?
Yeah, okay, but is there any other group that gets the same pass, should I say, or dare I say, than these two groups? Any other group that gets that? I'm going to
stretch my fingers here because we could go. Black Lives Matter, the trans lobby. Want me to keep going?
Nah, they don't get it. They get fucking. I mean, they get found out, and they get busted for screwing money out of people.
Yes,
they don't get the same pass.
But the groups as a whole and the message is given the same pass. It is given the same pass. It's any minority group that feels like they have a grievance.
I don't think they do. I think,
but it's coming to an end.
These two groups in particular. But anyway, is it coming to an end? Is it?
Well, for that side of things, I think definitely maybe not for these two groups in particular that you are speaking of, but for other minority groups that have got a grievance coming to an end because people have reached the end of their tether. People have reached the end of their tether. By that I mean they're sick of being bullied into using certain language, into thinking certain ways. Into the publicity stunts these people are going out and pulling, and the fact that they are labeling just everyday random people bigots for no reason at all. People are getting sick of it.
Yeah, but they're not doing anything about it, are they?
But they don't need to do anything about it because that's the point. The way to stop these issues is to stop talking about them. So that's it. Yeah. Just stop talking about them. Just get on with your life. I'll get on with my life. And stop trying to bring up these grievance politics left, right, and centre. What do you want, Florence? Come here, baby.
Yeah, but when the problem is when the grievance politics are brought up by the people who are the ones with the grievance continually and the media promotes it, then you have no option but to hear it.
The media are promoting it less and less. They're promoting it less and less because people are sick of it. Yeah.
Okay. Right, moving on. UNN. This pattern is known as the silly-toed tartan. It's used by the police forces around the world, except it isn't a tartan. No, it's just a checkerboard.
Checkerboard.
Yeah, it's a pattern synonymous with Freemasonry, specifically the mosaic pavement representing King Solomon's temple. Who exactly do these officers serve?
You could say it represents a chessboard.
Get off.
And remember that is the pure truth. Ben will know exactly what I mean by that. Yes,
fuck off. just fuck off.
Just get a fucking grip.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, in David Clues, the guy that ran away to like South America because he thought he was going to get arrested for his ex-posts.
Yeah, he did. Was it South America? I thought it was Europe somewhere, but
I'm kind of surprised that UNN have kind of come out with that. Actually, I thought that'd be reserved for some kind of other fringe individuals like Pure Truth, such and such. Or
well, the thing is, right? I've full disclosure, we've been on UNN a bunch of times.
Okay.
I've been on UNN a bunch of times. John's been on UNN a bunch of times. We've been on it together. But it does seem like we all seem to align on one issue, and we obviously tried to put across a sensible message about that issue. I'm trying to be careful with my words here.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they've lost the fucking plot.
Anyway, moving on. They have lost the plot, mate. They have lost the plot. And someone else has lost the plot. Greta Thunberg claims Israel's violently abducted Gaza flotilla activists and makes false claims they were so beaten up they had to be admitted to hospital. Do you not remember at the time? There was pictures and video of them all getting fucking sweeties and
Have they gone again?
anoraks. Yeah, I don't know, but every time, I don't think so. I think this is just harkening back to what happened. Every time they get intercepted, they just get her to a hairdresser. She needs an emergency haircut. Look at the fucking state of that.
They offered me a turkey sandwich. They did not know I was vegan. How dare they?
Have I still got that?
We just need cash.
China is asshole.
I'm not. I haven't.
How dare you?
Oh, fuck, I've got it.
Yay!
Yay, I got there in the end. Got there in the end.
And no, leave Greta alone. She's got a fella now. Like, she's happy. She's in
She's
love.
got a fella. She's got a fella.
Oh, yeah, she's got a
Allegedly,
fella.
yeah.
Is
Have
he
you seen him?
blind?
He's a funny looking kid. He's an FLK. He's a skinny,
Is she
rumpy guy.
fair game now? She's no longer a child.
Ah, well, I guess so. I mean, she's well into her 20s now. She must be,
Yeah.
what, 23 or something?
Yeah. I mean, she was always stupid.
She's not getting any brighter.
And then, when they deported me from Israel, they put me on a plane.
I know. Right. Remember?
Banksy.
Do you remember when she was on the train?
We're lowering the tone.
No, yeah, no, but do you remember? Do you remember when she was on the train, right? And she was
Yeah.
sitting in the corridor, eating her snacks and taking videos and things,
Yeah.
and claiming that she wasn't able to get a seat. When fucking the train company said, we specifically offered you a seat in first class, but you told us you didn't want it.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
cooked her in social media about it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course, because she wanted attention. Because
Mhm.
once again, right, the second she got to adulthood, she was no longer useful to the climate lobby. She-
Yep. Downhill.
She was no longer useful to the climate lobby because the climate lobby had a child they thought was untouchable, that they could use, that they could handle, that they could send out there, you know, and it was almost bulletproof because you can't criticize a child. Then she reached adulthood and she's no longer useful. And that's why the issue that she's campaigning for changes by the day, it would seem, at this point.
It does. It does. Oh,
I mean,
right,
wasn't she campaigning to give oil to somewhere the other week?
She put it this
Cuba.
way: she's made enough
She doesn't have
Swedish
a clue.
kroner and for her family to be to do all right.
Oh yeah, yeah. She'll
Oh
be
yeah,
doing
it was,
fine.
it
She'll
was
be fine.
Cuba, wasn't it? She was
Oh yeah, well,
campaigning.
but Cuba needs oil. I mean, what the fuck has Cuba ever done to America that they need to, try and kill everyone by turning all their power off?
No, but surely, Greta, what you should be campaigning for is not oil for Cuba, but wind farms for Cuba.
That's solar power.
Solar power, because it's just as effective, isn't it, Greta? It's just as effective. We get some hydroelectricity in there. We get some sea power going. We'll get some wind
Yeah.
farms. We'll get some solar panels. Come on, Greta.
Yeah.
That's what you should be campaigning for.
Espresso mechanic said she was the Shirley Temple of climate change.
She was.
Very
yeah.
well put, sir. Very well
She
put.
was. Right. So a question there is Formula One guy still there? Because he said the Grand Prix's been delayed. That means I don't need to rush. Because it was meant to start at 9, but he says it's been delayed for 3 hours or
What do
something.
you mean, oops, Ben's on one? Ben's always on one. I don't come to these shows unless I'm fucking on one.
Who's
What's
your
the
F1
point?
dude? Is he not there? Anyway,
He's got full
right.
chug of Coke and he's got Red Bull.
I've
Like,
got both.
Ben's on. Ben will be going till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh yeah, I think so. And it's bank holiday tomorrow, so no school run.
Right, okay, let's get back to the slides. Apparently, Banksy's now putting up fucking statues in the centre of London. Yeah?
wow.
Now,
3D
how-
print that, did he?
No, it's a fucking proper statue on a
Yeah, no,
plinth
it's
and
3D
everything.
printed and then put together. Just 3D printed the segments, put it together.
Well, what about the pedestal?
You just put it on a plinth. Is that not the one in Trafalgar Square?
I think it was quite an
No,
operation to put it
No,
in there.
it's not in Trafalgar Square. I don't
That
think
looks
so.
like Whitehall. Looks like somewhere in Whitehall. Look at
But
judging by the building.
Banksy, whatever he wants to call himself, is a middle-aged fucking bored old twat. That's what he
Yeah.
is. I
Yeah.
don't care for his so-called art. The only
Well,
reason that I would care for
I
his art
know.
is if I got my hands on one and could fucking sell it. so I could make a quick buck.
People are going, what does this mean? And they're going, this is the right blinded by their patriotism. You know, they can't see because they're blinded by the flag. The Union Jack is over their face and they can't see, but it's an unmarked flag. So it could apply to anyone if that's your theory, couldn't it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Robin Gunningham at it again. Yeah, it is Robin Gunningham. He'll say it's not, but it is. It's Robin Gunningham.
So how would you
Right.
guys interpret this kind of piece of art?
I wouldn't interpret it.
You don't interpret it.
The way I interpret it is a bored middle-aged twat looking for attention. That's how I interpret it. I'm sorry, I don't find his stuff edgy. I don't find it funny. I don't see why it's worth the money that it's worth, especially as everyone knows who he is anyway. So the anonymity isn't there.
Yeah.
I don't find his stuff. I don't see the big appeal. I don't.
Could it be the establishment leading us blindly into God knows what?
Could it be
the
that
blindness
he's-
of politicians, the blindness of nationalism, or something like that? Yeah, along those lines, potentially.
Of course, the left can't see where they're going, but then again, neither can the so-called right. In fact, I'm just going to say I don't think either side really exists, and I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I don't think it matters either.
I don't think it matters. And as John said earlier, none of them are awake. Anyone that thinks they're awake, there's no such thing. I'm sorry, but there's not.
The thing is,
there's levels of perception.
Yeah, and if you try and squeeze everything into a box that fits with your world model, you'll find one, it won't fit. Two, it's going to be really untidy, and it's going to make you really, really uncomfortable.
But this is why I can't vote. Why I can't vote.
And I think this is the problem with us, because we are too fucking sensible. We don't jump on a bandwagon and ride it till it's dead.
I won't join a group. I can't vote because there's nobody that represents my ideals, and I'm not going to vote for somebody just because they might represent one or two of my ideals.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's too sensible or too autistic, but
no, it's not. It's nothing to do with being autistic. It's being able to look and think critically. That's the thing. If you can look at what's going on and think, well, you know, there is nothing there that's going to make my life either better or worse to any great degree, regardless of who I vote for. What's the point? What is the point? This is the problem.
And there isn't. My life's not getting better. Your lives are not getting better.
No.
Anyone that sits at the bottom of the totem pole, i.e. us, the working class people, and people below that, people on the breadline, our lives are not going to get any better under the people that position themselves at the top of the totem pole, because by design, they want us to serve them. It's nothing more than that. They don't want to put us at the top of the totem pole.
I don't even think they want us to serve them. They just want to keep us under control so they can keep making loads of money.
But that's exactly the same thing as what I said. They want us in our place, which is to serve them. And, you know, every now and again, they'll let one or two of us pop up into the higher tiers of society just to make it seem like we can. And that's that.
Like Angela Rayner, for example.
Oh, my God. Where did she come from?
Oh, Rachel Reeves. Ah! Quelle surprise, huh?
Both of them.
Rumours suggest Angela Rayner could take over from Rachel Reeves as Chancellor.
No!
That kind of makes you miss Rishi Sunak, who was evidently more qualified.
It makes you miss Rishi Sunak in all respects. Yeah. And I don't like that man.
Right, hold on. Why does anyone that's been elected need to be qualified? Because they don't make the decisions.
But they weren't elected as Chancellor.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she's Chancellor or not. She's still not going to make the fucking... She's not doing the budget. It's getting done by the civil service.
That is a fair point.
It's a fair point, but, you know, she has final say in what goes in that red book.
Yeah, but if she's... Is it not better to have an idiot that has final say? So
why would it be better to have an idiot that has final say when the civil service are middle-class people that want to uphold the social order?
Because exactly, of course it's better to have an idiot, because then you can fucking bamboozle them with bullshit and make them think that they come up with these great ideals.
Yeah, but it's not better for you and me.
I'm never saying it's never going to be. We just had that conversation. It's never going to be better for you and me. It doesn't matter who the Chancellor is.
No.
You're arguing with me. You're arguing against me, but also with me at the same time.
I mean, I'm wondering. No, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to get John's channel in trouble. So I'm not going to say that.
He's not saying that.
No, it was something to do with Guy Fawkes. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it.
Yeah, okay. Right, moving on. Rogue takeaways in Liverpool and Manchester are brazenly passing off cheap imported catfish as traditional cod or haddock fish and chips. DNA testing. Who the fuck? Who the fuck in this university thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to DNA test my fish.
Catfish is quite nice, by the way.
That's a horrible looking picture of fish and chips.
But you know what? But it does make me want to go up Churchill's and get cod and chips.
Yeah, but who the fuck is DNA testing their fish supper? DNA
well, you
testing.
say that. Remember the horse meat scandal?
Yeah, well, hold on. DNA testing at Liverpool John Moores University exposed 3 out of 10 chippies tested were serving Pangasius, also known as river cobbler, which is a catfish, which is much, much cheaper. You know, it's like you know, a lot. It's like a third of the price of cod or haddock. Yeah. Now the question is, if you can't tell the difference, does it matter? Right?
It's just a case of false advertising, really.
Yeah. But see, this is the difference, because I'm looking at Twitter and people are going, yeah, well, that's false advertising because they're selling you cod and chips. And I'm thinking, that's not how it works up here. Because you go into a fish and chip shop up here and you get a fish supper.
No, here you get to choose what fish you have. So
no, we don't get that.
No, so here it could be cod and chips, you can get haddock and chips, you can get plaice, you can get sole. That's really basically all down in the southeast here. They're the 4 that they will do. Sometimes you'll get salmon, but rarely. And then you'll get things like codfish cakes and
Ray and chips. Like we have that in Ireland. You can choose your different types of fish. Yeah.
Best fish supper ever. Flake and chips. Had it in Phillip Island in Australia, right? Flake and chips. It's shark. They call it flake for some reason, but it's shark. It is fantastic, and there's never any bones in it because it's only got cartilage.
That's fair enough. But yeah, no, if we do things differently, obviously you guys go fish supper, but here we do get to choose what fish we are having. And if I'm ordering a cod and chips, I expect a cod and chips because, you know, cod and haddock are very different in taste. I like them both, I might add. But if I want cod, I want cod. If I want haddock, I want haddock. And if I'm being given catfish when I've paid for cod, that is a little bit of a piss take.
Did you ever get...
Journey and John, mate, it's completely understandable if you've not been yourself. Completely understandable. There's nothing to apologise for, buddy.
Did you ever get bird's eye cod balls?
Yes.
I used to love them as a kid.
Yes.
Cod balls.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
But,
right, moving on. So this is something that pisses me off as well. Scientists have created the first synthetic species after 15 years of research costing $40 million. This is fucking ancient. This is Craig Venter, and the only reason that this has popped back up is because he died.
79, decoded the human genome.
2010 that's from. 20 fucking 10. That's 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah, it is. But once again, this is Twitter. This is X. This is
grifting bastards.
Yeah. Ooh, engagement. Let's farm. I wish I had a straw hat. Yeah, I tell you what. In the next month, throughout our shows next month, I'm just going to wear a straw hat throughout June, and it's gonna be the engagement farming special every other Sunday.
Yeah, engagement farming special. Fucking. Okay, let's engagement farm. Here we go. So The deniers will say it's from the Sahara.
Oh, fuck off already.
So I washed my van and my wife's car 10 days ago. We've had virtually zero rain last month, but look at the state of them now. We're breathing this shit in every... It's fucking... The jet stream brings over sand. Holy fuck, how hard can it be? This has been going on for years. Yeah, I remember as a kid...
I get it all... Well, not all the time, but any time they come over, it lands on our car.
I know. This is fucking nuts. These people are retarded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Retard.
Fucking chemtrails.
Yeah. So John says his blessed parents have gone back to Holland and the hole in Brighton has got larger. Well, I am planning to come out for the funeral. Are you planning to do that, John?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm planning to come out for the funeral. I mean, I'm only over the road in Eastbourne, so I'm not far. But when we know, I'll definitely be out there, I think. And my friend Natalie, if anybody knows her, she used to do videos on the channel. She has also asked if she can come with me to the funeral. So,
and thanks to the folks in the troll room for supporting Journey and John and others, and giving him and others some love. Yeah, nice one, folks. Yeah. Thank you.
JJ's been in touch with me about some arrangements for the funeral as well, so I'll get back to you on that, JJ.
Yeah, and the other thing I was
difficult week for us all, mate. So there's plenty of time to sort that out. I think
Chrissy has given me permission to get a hotel in Brighton that night as well.
Oh, jolly good. Oh, I'll just come and bum you then.
Oh.
Right, okay, so the 4th Turkish Kalmak ship has just gone into the water. So the Scottish Government, in its great infinite wisdom, ordered 4 ferries when they realised that the ones from Ferguson Marine were going to be late. So they ordered these 4 ferries in 2022 with a delivery time of 2.5 years. So the first one only went in like 4 years late, 4 years after it started. So they're 1.5. The Turks are still 1.5 fucking years late as well.
But they're beating Scotland, aren't they?
No, they're not in Scotland.
No, they're beating Scotland.
They are beating. Oh, they're definitely beating Scotland.
They're beating your guys.
Oh, you wait to hear this one, Ben. So not only did they find that there was a leak in the vessels last year, but this year they have now realised that no one actually tested the fucking design of the propellers in water, and they don't work. So they're gonna have to be changed.
Remember when they painted the windows onto the Scottish?
Yes.
Yeah.
For right. Then we've got this thing, right? This is the Waverley, the world's last ocean-going paddle steamer.
I believe my grandmother went on that recently.
I've been on that. That's in Greenock at the moment, right?
Yeah, she was in Scotland when they went on that. Yeah.
So it's still the world's last ocean-going paddle steamer. It's quite big. It's quite a big boat. And it's still going. Now, that's been run aground like 3 times.
Wow.
Yes, it breaks down, but I mean, the captain fucking was drunk one day and fucking ran it aground. But, yeah.
They don't build anything.
They don't build them like that anymore.
I was just going to say that. They don't build them like that anymore.
But they don't build anything like they used to anymore. They build things so that they do break. So that
of course they do.
You then either have to pay to get it repaired or you have to get another one.
You know your LED light bulbs? Right, so technically they could probably last a lot longer than they do. Right. And in fact, there's not even technically. There are LED light bulbs that almost never blow out. Yeah. But you can only get them in Dubai.
Of course.
You can only get them in Dubai. Now, they're made by Philips.
They are. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But the ones they sell here aren't the same as the ones they sell in Dubai.
No, they're not. And they're specifically packaged that way as well. To let you know, these Dubai ones are better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Shalini and Vaughan would also like to go to the funeral.
Yeah.
We have received information that the person who was pronounced dead at Smithwick Golden Bridge railway station on Friday night, May 1st, following reports of a casualty on the tracks, was a convicted dog rapist.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what they're leading with.
Yeah. Well, he was. Apparently, he He had
I mean,
multiple
that changed
relations,
quick.
multiple relations with his dog.
Oh, with his own dog.
Yeah, his own dog, and apparently it's on video, and then you can hear the dog yelping in pain.
God.
But he also had pictures of an illicit material involving children, which is not right. Either. Right,
so
let's move
what
on.
you're saying is nobody gives two shiny shites that he jumped on the tracks.
Basically, yeah. Right, a Russian court has ordered a foreign man to leave the country because of an online review he wrote about a leather skirt. In September 2025, the man bought a faux leather skirt on the big Russian shopping site Wildberries, and he posted photos of himself wearing it and wrote that he wrote that it fitted him perfectly and concealed the fact that he was indeed a man. So he was deported. He was given 6 months in the pokey and then deported on the basis that this is conduct unbecoming of a man.
Did they send him to Ukraine by any chance?
I don't know where they sent him, but they got rid of him.
You
can't do that in Russia.
Russia.
You can't do that in Russia.
I mean, not that I agree with you not being able to do that in Russia, but in the same breath, I don't live in or run Russia, and I'm not going to tell them how to run their country.
Well, you can't find you wouldn't get away with it in Saudi Arabia either, would you? But nobody mentions that. You know?
It's a bit of a contentious one. I mean, this Russian individual did it within the privacy of their own home.
He wasn't Russian.
Sorry?
He wasn't Russian. He was a foreigner.
He was deported, so he clearly wasn't
It's
Russian.
a Russian court. I beg your pardon, right? So the individual was not Russian. Okay.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't Russian. If he'd been Russian, he'd probably fallen out a window.
Oh my God. That was one of the worst dad jokes you've ever fucking told, John. Hang your head in shame. Hang it. Hang that head in shame. No.
Most accurate statements of me.
Do it.
Right. No, I refute that. I think it was a good joke. Right. Bombshell. This is not a bombshell. I fucking called this out at the time. I said this was a lot of bullshit. And Ed didn't like that. He doesn't like you calling things out when you're working on a gut feeling. And, you know, to be fair, he's right. You should have the evidence. But I said, no way. That's bullshit.
Hang your head, John.
Yeah. But the telepathy tape star Dalia Burgoyne is called out for faking her abilities.
Oh, you think?
No, she has been. She's been caught. She's been caught faking it.
Really? Hasn't every single clairvoyant telepathy twat been called out for being a faker? Because they are a faker.
Yeah, that's like UFO Shane down the bottom goes, no way. I thought it was all real. Honest.
I mean, John Edward, Derek Akora, when he used to get his possessions. All right, Derek, calm down.
Even Bud Hopkins and John Mack get fucking debunked.
Everybody remember Derek Akora?
Oh, yeah, yes. I remember Derek Akora.
The Scouser with the spirit guide named Sam. He used to go on Most Haunted and get possessed all the time.
So this is quite ironic, I think, because Mushtaq Bilial here, who sounds vaguely Indian.
Yeah, Shanti, absolutely it has. I'm on my second Coke and I've already had a full Red Bull as well. It's kicking. It's good. It's kicking my ass in a good way.
Rocket fuel, mate. Yeah.
English-speaking American students couldn't read, pronounce, or comprehend the following sentence.
Should I read it?
Yes, you may.
I shall read it in a proper English accent. She wore a silhouette of clothes that were extraordinary but gauche.
There you go. So, fairly straightforward sentence from that great English writer, Dickens. American students' lack of reading comprehension is well documented, but 2 researchers gave 85 English majors the test and only 6 of them could adequately describe what he was talking about. And these are people studying English at university level. I did comment saying I'd like to see that study run in India.
Of course you did.
Psychology asserts that children of the 60s and 70s did not become emotionally strong thanks to better parenting, but because they grew up with enough daily neglect to learn to self-regulate, solve problems on their own, and develop a resilience that modern comforts make difficult to build. And
I believe that.
That's true. I was a latchkey kid. I had to come home at lunchtime and make my own dinner.
Yeah,
Then
I had to
then I
cook
had
my own
to-
dinner.
Yeah. Then I come home at tea time and had to make sandwiches for my brothers.
We were just told to fuck off out,
Oh
Don't
yeah,
climb trees.
You
Oh,
forgot the button, Sarge. You forgot to hit. That's true.
that is.
That's true. There you go.
No,
Right.
I would say no lies detected.
The next one is like a warning. Okay, do not do this. No, seriously, don't do this. Even if you think you can drink, even if you think you're hard, like a Russian, and you can drink copious amounts of vodka, don't try this. Do not do it. No, I didn't have the fucking luxury of living in a shoebox, mate. I just
Still
camped out
looking
under
at
the
psychology
stars.
asserts that children of the 60s and 70s. do
Yeah,
not-
I know. Russian guy drinks 3 bottles of vodka, then die.
Hello.
I mean, that would appear to be the outcome of drinking 3 full bottles of vodka.
He fucking drank them like that. He just done them one after the other.
I mean, when I was a kid, we used to get the half bottles, the 50 centiliter bottles. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I say a teenager, and we would down the whole thing in one. And that would be us for the entire night.
Well, no, I'm surprised you actually lasted. That's not good for you.
No, I know.
Don't do this, people. This is
Don't
not a
do
good
this,
time
people.
to do.
I've been sober for 15 years. Don't do this, people.
So, a bit of inter-village rivalry here. I think I might have used this one before, but it came up again and I liked it. So, whoever is placing the copies of pornographic literature in here, stop. Cornholm is a good God-fearing Christian village. It gets better. If this filth is to your liking, maybe suggest that you move to the cesspit that is Hebden Bridge.
I mean, that's clearly, once again, that looks like it's...
Yeah, it looks like Hebden Bridge. Hebden Bridge has been added on the bottom.
Yeah,
but it's one of these... It's still funny. It's still funny.
Yeah. well, I'm not gonna talk about this because pornographic literature can be comforting to some people. Not me, but some people.
Okay. Where does pornographic literature come from these days?
Well, to be fair, it would appear that they're written by basically fan fiction writers on the internet.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, because like pornographic magazines or whatever. I've never known anyone to have bought one. Nobody has ever admitted to have buying one.
But
right?
by literature they mean the smut stories.
Okay, yeah, let's move away from this, Ben. I'll tell you what. I'll take you off this and put us on big screen, right?
Oh.
So
Hello.
Right. So pornographic magazines. Okay.
The top shelf.
I've never known anyone to admit to buying one, right?
Yeah.
But growing up as a child, well, whatever, late, early teens or whatever, you always used to find them in the woods.
In the bush.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was where you got your pornographic literature. So who the fuck bought them?
What was your mate after school who stole it from their old man's private stash or something
no
like
one
that,
bought it. They either stole it or they,
Yeah.
smash and grab, take one off the top shelf. They look at it, go, oh, some boobies, and then chuck it in the woods. What they do. No one bought it.
Yeah.
And there was somewhere local, actually. I was in a few weeks ago. And I appreciated the fact that they still had the top shelf. I was just I approve of this.
It wasn't a proper
corner shop.
It was a proper corner shop,
Proper corner shop still had the top shelf.
I'm not even going to go there.
You mean it must be owned by English people? Is where I.
I was going to say, yeah. But
anyway, I know your mind all too well, John.
Yeah, I know. According to Andy here, a group of entities called the Nine control our universe and the CIA is terrified of them. They talk about the 9 forces of nature and how different people have channeled the same entities.
Are we getting into some sort of X-Men thing here or something like that?
It's freaking nuts. These people are nuts.
Andy is a dumbass.
Yeah, it's just like, what the fuck is going on? You know, Trump's a disclosure president. He's going to give us disclosure. There's nothing to fucking disclose.
Exactly.
This is just nuts.
Exactly.
And people are living on it. They're grafting
the
on
Anunnaki and all of that.
Yeah, I know.
This is one for Ross Coulthard and News Nation, clearly.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I
don't even know who Andy is, but he's a dumbass.
Oh yeah, it's Andy Purashik is the son of Andra Purashik, a CIA-funded precision inventor and researcher. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Right,
Slav. Yeah.
I regret to inform you that Ask Jeeves is dead. The site closed yesterday. Web 1 lost another founder.
Only died yesterday.
Ask Jeeves, 1996.
Old enough to remember Ask Jeeves and probably used it. Yeah.
Ask Jeeves. All the great things come to an end.
But I thought it died like 15 years ago.
No. Apparently, it only shuttered its doors on the 1st of May.
Oh, interesting. Oh well, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, I'll toast to Jeeves.
Right. The next one is fucking classic. Right. This is a classic. So, Scientology raids are getting even wilder.
Oh God, these are brilliant, but also bad.
After a man brought over 20 Christian dwarfs to raid the Scientology HQ in Los Angeles in an attempt to find Tom Cruise.
It's like a dwarf flash mob.
How would you be able to tell the difference if you brought 20 dwarfs in? Tom Cruise would just fit in.
He would, yeah. But no, have you not seen these? These are a trend going. They're a TikTok trend at the moment.
I don't watch TikTok.
They're called Scientology raids, and they're happening all over America. There might have been one or two that happened here in the UK as well. But they are turning up to Church of Scientology buildings, and they are just running and gunning, baby. They are gunning it through the buildings to try and find Xenu, to try and find Tom Cruise, to try and find all of these things. I saw one where a guy turned up with a bunch of disciples dressed full head to toe as Jesus fucking Christ and then started running through the Scientology building. I mean, like I said, they're really, really funny, but they're really bad as well, you know.
I'm sure Tom Cruise had a bit of a laugh at this when he saw it eventually.
But it's going on pretty much daily at the moment, David.
Julie said she thought he left the cult. I don't think Tom's not left the cult.
Tom Cruise is still very much in.
No, Katie left the cult, didn't she?
Anyone that ends up in a relationship with Tom Cruise leaves the
Nicole
cult.
Kidman's got a couple of things that'll go to the grave with her about Tommy Boy as well, allegedly.
Well, let's understand this, because Nicole Kidman couldn't give Tom Cruise a child, but she's now got children from somebody else. But it's not Tom that's the problem, apparently.
Well,
according to Tom.
Remember, Tom's always running in his movies because he's trying to get away from his own gay thoughts.
Yeah.
Can't catch me, gay thoughts.
Right. This is fucking ridiculous. This is a storm in a D cup as well. Right? Creepy human meat products were advertised on Google and Temu, leaving shoppers horrified. It's lost in translation.
Of course.
It's meat for humans as opposed to meat for animals. It's fucking not human meat. These people are retarded.
Yeah.
40, 30, 20, retard.
I mean, when you get some of the products from Temu, guys, and you receive them, some of the shit that's written on those boxes is just insanely funny. The translation is terrible. Terrible.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's Chinglish. That's what you call it. Chinglish.
Yeah.
I'm deeply, deeply ashamed of this next one. It wasn't me, but I used to live in this town.
Okay.
Yeah, the button is going to get worn out, Shalini, you're right. But I used to live in this town. 45-year-old Craig Povin was caught with his trousers and pants around his ankles having sex with a bin while eating cardboard from it. The shocking scene unfolded at 9:40 p.m. on Halloween night last year in Ayr, Scotland. Oh, God.
How drunk was he?
Oh, what did he take?
What did he take? How drunk was he?
He must have been out of his fucking box.
It was
Oh,
Bicky.
yeah.
It's not even just having sex with the bin, it's eating the cardboard from it.
Oof.
I mean, you know, was he harming anyone? Was he harming anyone?
Well, maybe the bin's traumatized.
Well, you know, I the fact that it was in public, yeah.
Do you think?
I'm not gonna say that was good. That was bad. He shouldn't have done that. But otherwise, was anyone really harmed?
Espresso mechanic, he was obviously wasted. You fucking think?
Yeah. He probably thought the cardboard was a fucking Big Mac and the bin was someone in Halloween costume.
Well, that's a good point, because could you tell the difference
Well,
between a Big Mac and a cardboard?
Prayers
Well-
for the bin. Prayers for the
Right.
bin.
Last slide, chaps. Last slide. So these people heard something going on in that. I don't know if you can see that very well, because it's a clip
There's
from.
the expression, something about raccoons, right?
Yeah, but so this person goes into the garage because he hears a noise, and there's a group of raccoons have broken into the garage, and they're all in a line along the top of the door.
That's
And
funny.
as soon as they turned the light on, they all froze. You got to watch the
Like,
video,
"What?"
because this is a video, right? And not one of these raccoons is moving.
Mm.
You know, they're just completely frozen. Even see that guy how he's not got a paw on the ground. His paw just stays exactly there.
It's it's like something from a Looney Tunes cartoon, isn't it?
It really is. It's like
yeah.
freeze. They'll not see us
I'm
if we
not
don't move.
laughing at that. I'm laughing at Vaughn's comment in the chat. He said, imagine putting your bins out in the morning and putting your hand in that.
Ugh,
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, dear.
But
Right.
fast.
That's all the slides, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me. Well,
Let's see if there's anything that I want to talk about.
Ben, what are you wearing around your wrist on your right arm?
my daughter made me this.
Oh,
She made it for me at school.
Lovely.
That I will wear it until the string snaps because
Bless her.
my daughter made it for me.
Oh, right. Okay. So, what did you take of the? What did you make of the cops kicking the guy in the head?
I don't care.
What did you think about it, David?
I asked you about this already, Sarge,
Mhm.
on the side, and I understand your response. Their necessity in that particular point, in that
He
particular
had
situation.
not released the knife.
But I also see where the public are coming from. It's split. They're like, yes, he was dangerous, but however, he was technically subdued. And was
He
that
wasn't.
necessary? It was right. He was tased. He was subdued.
He
and
wasn't
they-
subdued though.
Yeah, but tasing somebody does not automatically
It's
mean they're
seconds.
subdued. I
And
mean,
the
if
thing
you
is-
can look at videos all over the internet where someone gets tased and they just keep walking,
Yeah,
or they just
can.
keep running.
Okay,
Some people-
so to respond what the public said, they're like, okay, it's a very
Yeah.
difficult situation. Was it right, necessary, and appropriate within police behaviour and guidelines to use that like method of force? And John, you said to me, you're like, well, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I understand
Yeah.
it from your point
It's
of
life
view,
or
but-
death. If he's still got the knife in
Yeah,
his
well,
hand, it's life or death.
Think about it this way. What's safer, right? He's got a knife in his hand. Do you try and wrestle the knife out his hand, or do you kick him in the head? Because your first instinct when somebody starts kicking you in the head is to protect your head.
Mm-hmm.
So you put your hands up to protect your head, and at that point, you've got access to the knife to get it off him.
Yeah.
You know, I
But-
think it's if the cops had been armed, we wouldn't be having this conversation because the guy would be dead.
Yes, he
Of
would be.
course, yeah.
It's not normalising police brutality at all, Shanty. This and Mark Rowley, someone who I am not fond of and never really gave much time, made the absolute correct statement to Dave Polanski when he said that people who haven't been involved in that situation have no idea what they're talking about, because apprehending dangerous people with weapons is messy. and
course it is.
and it gets bad.
And he had a backpack on as well, and
Yeah.
You don't know
fences
what
are
could have
running
been
by,
in that.
and yes. Mhm.
the absolute,
Maybe it would have been easier to make him lose consciousness because he's got a
Yeah.
button.
well,
you know?
yeah. I mean, you don't know what's going on, and you've got. I mean, sometimes you've got to do. As I said, what was it I said? I said this is the price that society pays for being able to not have to do this.
The man had already stabbed 3 people.
Yeah, there was a
Um,
previous incident before Golders Green.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
he'd stabbed
Yeah.
his best friend. So the man had stabbed his best friend, and then he travelled across London to Golders Green, and then stabbed randomly in public, and was continuing to do so.
Yeah.
He had not let go of the knife despite being tased.
Mhm.
So at that point, I do not believe he was subdued. And the options are, you completely stop this man, make him lose consciousness if you can, because this appears to be the only way he's going to be stopped, or he's going to continue to go on.
Yeah.
So, Sarge, from a police
difficult choices.
perspective, Sarge, were there other methods or ways that could have been used apart from the kicking in the head? What
Well,
would your opinion be of that?
The problem you've got is the fact that the guy's got a knife and you don't have see, I was taught in a
He's screaming the phrase, and that phrase is usually associated with somebody who might detonate themselves.
Yes.
Well, yeah, you're right. But I had when I was in the police, we had the side handle baton, like the American one.
Mm-hmm.
With the side handle and the extending baton. They were brilliant, right? They were fucking brilliant because they were so good at controlling people. You didn't need to beat them with the baton. Because you had that side handle and a bit up here and a bit down there, you could put it into people's arms and legs and things and completely, absolutely control them. So
these coppers didn't have batons, John. It was literally just tasers and cuffs.
They have this asp thing these days, which is basically just a fucking stick.
It's not really going to do much to help control the situation.
And the end of it's so thin. The end of it is
tiny.
It's more like a whip.
It's got a wee ball at the end, and you're meant to hit somebody on a joint. You're meant to hit somebody on a joint to try and incapacitate them. But
at the end
what's
of
the
day,
fucking chance? It's crazy.
As Espresso says, he had used the knife, so it was clearly dangerous. They did what they felt was necessary under the circumstances. And do you know what? I can't even begin to fathom anybody who would call what I saw there police brutality, because it's not.
Exactly the same in Manchester Airport.
But it's but also, I would have done the same thing as a member of the public.
Yeah, and a member of the public did jump in to help.
Yes.
I don't know he did or not, but he did jump in to help. But the Manchester Airport thing went down the same way, and I would have terminated that one in the Manchester Airport.
Well,
rather than
that was an equally dangerous situation at Manchester Airport.
The one in the as soon as the guy made a grab for the gun, that was it.
Super dangerous.
These guys had to be stopped.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Because they were armed
I think
police.
They were very subdued. Those officers, actually.
Yeah, and you get drummed into you. Never get your gun taken off you. I mean, if what the fuck's a guy going to do if he takes your gun off you?
Yeah,
well,
spray.
Well, exactly. And so no, I mean I can see people like Shanty in the chat who think it's police brutality, but in that moment, he's already stabbed people. He's not dropping the knife. You've tased him. He's still holding on to and probably swinging the knife even when he's on the floor. You've got to do what you've got to do to protect not only your own life, but the lives of others.
Yeah, but every other people, right?
Devil's advocate, I'll throw a spanner in the works. So
go on.
It just jumped into my mind. So due to the force, to the kicks, to the side of the head, what if the guy had died shortly afterwards?
Tough.
How would the situation kind of like look then? Or
justifiable killing?
Tough.
There was
he tried to kill people.
There was one very similar. Just been found in court, and the cops were cleared as justified in shooting them. It was a very similar circumstance. The guy got shot and he died.
I'm sorry, but there comes a point where you have to look at a situation realistically, and realistically, sometimes that situation is kill or be killed.
Mhm.
That's the real world scenario in which you can be placed. You shouldn't be being placed in that scenario, but
Yeah, but
that
you can
scenario
be.
does exist.
You can
From-
be in it. It's like,
Yeah.
you know, once you are engaged with someone who has a weapon, right? You get two choices, right? A normal person can run away, or you can try and take him on, right?
But if the method of of escape doesn't exist, then you've got no other option.
If you allow me to finish,
Mhm.
as a police officer, you can't run away, because the problem then is you leave the guy armed, still dangerous, and unrestrained. So you've only got one choice, that's to engage.
Yeah.
And if you're engaging with someone with a dangerous weapon and you don't have anything really that can counter it, you've used your taser and it didn't work, you've got a piddly little baton, then you have to keep going until you've stopped the guy. So you keep stopping him until he stops. End of story.
And I'm sorry if we sound heartless, but at the end of the day, if it's a life or death situation, you choose life.
Yeah.
And that could be over the life of another, but you choose life.
I think what the public could also be concerned about, genuine kind of point here, sincere point, is that what if that force is used in a situation where no one has been stabbed?
My wife just made a point from the other side of the room. Sorry to interject.
No,
Yeah,
but
go
she
on.
said people
I'll give
wouldn't
way.
be she said people wouldn't be calling it police brutality if it was their own wife, husband, child that was being stabbed.
Yeah, I know.
It's a salient point.
So
Unless you're in this situation on any side of it, I'm not sure how you can call it brutality.
what was it? So
I'm sorry to interject there. It's just Chrissy made a great point, and I wanted to put it across.
I'm looking for what he actually said. Apprehending violent and dangerous criminals in a full contact and messy task, which may appear shocking to observers with little experience of policing in the real world. And I think that's fairly accurate and a statement of fact. And I don't think he's interfering with politicians. What he's doing is he's putting the record straight and standing up for the people that did their job.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
In this instance, I'm sorry, but I do. Well, thank you for the vote of confidence there. Shalini says not heartless. I think it's just logical.
Yeah,
I think it's logical. And
Polanski he read the fucking room and apologised for what he retweeted.
Well, Soldier says knives are banned, and if you're carrying one, then FAFO.
Well, they are and they aren't. They're banned in so much if you use it like that, yeah. But there are circumstances which you can legally carry a knife.
Yeah.
And it's not just down to size. You can legally carry like a sheath knife and things like that if you're going hunting and fishing and things like that. You can.
And of course, you can have one in your toolbox if you're moving a toolbox.
Yeah, and if you're out in the wilds camping, you're legally allowed to have a sheath knife. You know, it's not like you can't have a knife, but you can't walk around Golders Green with one.
You can't walk around Golders Green portraying your visit to Alan's snack bar while swinging it about.
Exactly. Right. So
that's tickled you, wasn't it, David?
I think
it's like I got you.
Yes.
We're just about done, guys. What do you think? Anything else?
Well,
I'm out.
I will say I'm enjoying myself, and it's a bittersweet show. Obviously.
Let's talk briefly about some movies, because I haven't had a chance to put many movies up on Snarky recently.
Okay.
Remember the Looking. I'm working on redoing that for Snarky Cinema. But I see that Animal Farm came out on the 1st of May. I haven't seen it yet.
I refuse to go watch it.
Why?
I don't want to watch it.
Why?
Because I don't.
Old is gold, baby.
Well, first of all, it's been bought out by Angel Studios. These are the same people that bought us The Sound of Freedom.
Right. That was bad.
That was terrible.
One slept through it.
However, that I know that they have twisted the story to be an anti-capitalist narrative rather than an anti-communist narrative.
Oh, no way. How can you
Yes.
do that? That's not Animal Farm. The
Yep,
whole...
they've twisted the story to be an anti-capitalist narrative. I mean, Tim Pool has lost his shit on this because Angel Studios tried to pay him to promote the film. So he said, I'm only promoting the film if you let me see the film. They let him see the film. He watched the film and he fucking sounded off about what they've done to it.
That's
He said, I will not
shocking.
promote the film. Vaughan,
That's shocking.
Vaughan thought The Sound of Freedom was okay. Well, you slept through most of it, mate.
Yeah, you don't know anything about The Sound of Freedom,
You
mate.
slept. We were with you at the cinema. You slept through most of it.
I tell you what, though, you've got to give Vaughan credit because we actually didn't hear much of the dialogue due to his snoring.
Due to his snoring, yeah. Yeah, Shalini says he was snoring.
Yeah.
But were we like pretty much the only people in the cinema as well? There weren't many in there.
It wasn't great. It wasn't.
No.
It wasn't well attended. So we'll just say.
He says, well, the first 10 minutes was okay. So yeah, I don't want to see Animal Farm, but I do have my ticket to Mortal Kombat 2 on Friday.
I want to see the back rooms.
I really want to see the back rooms.
I hope that it doesn't go the way. Do you remember the guy that was the YouTube critic and made a movie? He made a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Shelby Oaks.
Yeah, Shelby Oaks. That was
Yeah.
shite.
Apparently,
Absolute
Markiplier's
shite.
Iron Lung adaptation is pretty good.
Huh?
So I want to see that.
Well, right, can we finish what I was talking about? Right. So I'm talking about Shelby Oaks. That was shite.
What?
And then he got so offended by critics reviewing his movie and panning it. And this is what he did. He was well known for panning movies, right?
Mhm.
That he now only reviews movies that he likes.
Yeah, he'll only review movies positively. This is Chris Stuckman you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah. What's the point in that?
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
people have accused me of deliberately just panning movies for likes and clicks, and that's not how I am. If I don't like something, I'll tell you I don't like it. If I do like it, I'll tell you I do like it.
Yeah.
It's like Project Hail Mary. Have you seen that?
I've not watched it, but you seem to be the only person on earth that dislikes it.
I'm not the only person. There's a couple of people have replied to me in the comment section on Starkey who have
Okay.
agreed with me.
Okay.
Vaughn says I'm wrong. I think he's seen it.
Yep. Vaughan says he's taking Shalini to back rooms.
There's no chance of taking Shalini up the back rooms. No chance.
Jesus. I
We
don't need
even
to,
chat
I
ourselves in
don't
the
need
back
to know
rooms.
about that, John boy.
No, I mean, Shalini doesn't like horror.
No, she said she's not going.
Yeah.
So Vaughan says, John, could
Oh,
you review
God,
E.T.
no.
for Shalini, please?
Fucking hate E.T.
Elliot.
Do you
Not,
like
not,
it?
not as much as you hate Kez, mate.
Oh, Kez is the worst.
I'll be right here.
Kez is such a depressing movie. It really is.
Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
Boo,
What are you
boo,
doing?
boo. I'm doing E.T.
Why-
But like
oh,
the
right.
Temu version.
Yeah, E.T. was fucking awful.
E.T.mu.
Did you like E.T.?
I have a very soft spot for E.T.
Did
Hey,
you?
it's all about disclosure day, baby. Disclosure is
Jeez.
coming.
Have you seen the Have you seen the new trailer for it? It
No.
looks
Yes.
shite. It looks shite.
The CGI looks terrible.
Yeah.
It
And maybe they'll
looks
clean it
really
up for the
bad.
movie, but it doesn't look great. It
No.
did not look great.
It does. It looks terrible. But I'll go and see it because
Yeah.
hey, it's the next Spielberg movie, and the guy does do certified bangers, but then he also does West Side Story. So you know,
Have you seen Chandler's List?
Not for a long time.
not for a long time.
I haven't seen it. I've never seen it.
I mean, I've been in Schindler's List lately,
Yeah.
but no, I've not seen his list in a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen it at all.
Liam Neeson.
Oh, I see Godzilla's minus zeros. They're coming out with
They
Another
turned
God-
that around quick, haven't they?
Godzilla. Godzilla.
Godzilla -2.
Godzilla minus zero.
Minus zero.
Yep. Godzilla
Because
minus
it was
zero.
-1. -1 was the one that we saw first. But
And this time, the big guy's making it to New York.
yeah, so I don't think it's going to be anything. I'm calling it now. I'm thinking it's going to be shite.
I am quietly optimistic because it's the same writer-director.
Yeah, but the whole -1 thing was a love story. It was all about. It was about the two Japanese people finding their feet after the World War, in which the whole of Japan was humiliated.
Yeah, it's actually there is
It's
a love
very-
story embedded in it, but it's
a
actually
very
more.
deep. It's not a monster movie.
It's not a monster movie.
Godzilla's just background.
Godzilla's an allegory for the nuclear blasts.
Yeah,
That's all
but
it is.
it's the whole thing about the Japanese psyche and having to rebuild themselves.
Yeah, it's all about patriotism, shame, and coming to terms with what their identity is.
Mhm.
It's a very good movie. It's a beautiful movie. In fact,
That is a good movie. It's a great movie. I loved it,
I've watched it a couple times. It is
Yeah.
it is beautiful.
and it's even better in black and white.
I've not yet watched it in black and white.
I've seen Godzilla -0 minus color.
Yes. Well, you -1 minus color. You haven't seen -0
Yeah, sorry,
minus color.
-1
Nobody's
minus
seen
colour.
that yet, but
Yeah, it's good. It's good. I liked it.
yeah.
Captain Planet. I don't know what Captain Planet is.
Don't you remember Captain Planet?
No.
I remember the animated series from the 80s. Late
Captain
80s,
Planet.
No, I was probably.
He was a vegan.
I was probably too old to be watching cartoons at that point. I was
Captain
out.
Planet was a vegan, mate.
I don't know.
Speaking of old, Sarge, your birthday's coming up shortly, isn't it?
It is. It's coming up on
Yeah, it's
Tuesday.
coming up
Hey,
Tuesday.
you know what to do, folks. You know what to
Yeah. My birthday on Tuesday. So the question is, will you still love me? There's the clue. There's the clue.
Hold on. We can do something here because obviously I'm not going to be live with you Tuesday.
That tell you what age I am.
Happy birthday,
Jesus Christ.
Mr. President. Happy birthday, Mr. President.
Cut. You've got nice breasts there, mind you. You could get
I
a
know,
right
right?
good. Yeah.
I know.
We bit of motorboating in there.
Shalini's response is, "Oh my god."
Yeah, oh my god, indeed. I think with that, it's probably time to call it a night. What do you think? Or do you want to keep going? We've still got 16 viewers.
I will defer to you two on that one because I am satisfied either way.
I will have to go shortly, and I will say it's been great for me.
Right, well, boys and girls, if you want to find me more often, this is where you go. This is where you go.
There you go.
You go to Real Review UK. Action, baby.
And what's
Well,
happening
if
with
you
the games channel, Ben? Is that are you
Yeah.
gonna push that
It's-
more? Or...
I am going to push it more. So if you
Okay.
want to see us gaming, it's Real Review UK Gaming. So
Cool.
go there and subscribe. Nice and easy. Nice and good. I mean, if you just want chilled streams in the evening where we do things at the desk here, like build Lego, chat shit, talk about world problems, maybe pull out some of these bad boys as well. You know, I basically do geek stuff and chat about life events and world events with you guys. Then come join me. It's fun.
So we're going to play out with a little Ed tribute. It's just the same one I played out on Friday with. I will be making another one, but well, that's how we're rolling tonight. So as always, it's been great for you.
Old Ed stood on the pebbles, the gray sea licking his boots. He had salt in his heavy coat, the red dust in his veins. He talked to the wind like it was an old friend. Bring bringing news from the south across the long blue miles. Oh, at the seagull, spread those heavy wings, leave the pier in the rain behind. Go find where your heart stays, under that African star. Hey, under that African star. We kept a jar on the shelf, filled with earth from the plain. Brighton was his walking ground, but the heat was his home. Now the chair is still, the morning tide is high. We see a white bird rising, breaking through the mist. Oh, at the seagull, spread those heavy wings, leave the pier in the rain behind. Go find where your heart stays, under that African star. Hey, under that African star. Stop the flow for the man. Hey, hey. Shout his name to the waves. Hey. He ain't lost in the deep. He is back in the sun. He is back in the sun. Seagull, spread those heavy wings, leave the pier in the rain behind. Go find where your heart stays, under that African star. Hey, under that African star. Across the water, far away. Across the water, far away. Go home now.